Welcome back to Tarkadia. Reference. Welcome back to Tarkadia Rising. Apparently I'm spoopy.
It's almost October.
It is almost October. We're going to hopefully do something fun for October. Scary! Cameron, if you want to do the notes. What is it? What is the thing? Secretary. Do you want to read the notes of the last session?
Yes. September 9th, Monday, 2019. I leave my crossbow to be repaired and borrow another. We prepare to head out of the ruins, out to one of the ruins nearby. We want to bring Marcilla along with us, but Campter is hesitant to let her leave with us. Marcilla says she'll help us if we can't find it in a day or so. So we head out. Some lumber sites are spread out as we get further out from the camp. We establish a walking order and venture into the jungle. We encounter a large tree-arched pathway that looks like a one-way tunnel. We enter the tunnel and it is very dark. Further in, Grur triggers a pitfall trap. He saves and gets out like it was nothing. We attempt to leap across one at a time. I fail my attempt and fall 20 feet. We devise a method for getting everyone across. We find, which is the tie a rope and we'll yank you as you jump, and all very involved and very, very smart. We devise a method for getting across. We find some ruins of a few houses after we leave the tunnel. Sergeant Snuggles explores around to see where the smell of smoke is coming from. I sneak around the ruins and start to look around. Excuse me. Pfeiffer finds a fire in one of the small huts. We all move towards the fire carefully. We find an old man with a beard cooking dinner. He is Jasper T. Cornwall. I'm the mayor! He was the mayor of Ryland Orchard. He went crazy and fled camp after he lost control of the townspeople and led a doomed expedition that got demolished by the Bogards. He calls a town meeting and wanders off. Grizz and I explore the house that looks like a communal area or a mess hall. We find some shelter and take an extended rest. We awake to the sound of loud buzzing. It sounds like a swarm of giant mosquitoes. A swarm of 7 big old mosquitoes find us. Begin combat. I kill the last mosquito off and Campter... I kill the last mosquito off of Campter, and he faints as the last one damage makes him unconscious. End combat. Pfeiffer feeds Campter an elixir of life.
Did you mention the fact that you almost died in the pit?
Oh yeah, that was
mentioned that he fell.
I mentioned that I fell, and then I took damage, so I didn't make a note of how much damage. But
7. I forgot his name was 7.
I have.
But it was a lot.
One show jumps and crit fails, takes 7 points of damage.
Yes.
Wow, so detailed.
Just an update, just kind of clearing the house. First thing, unfortunately, Wayne is not able to join us. I know exactly how I'm going to handle it, so his absence is not going to affect the story too much. Life gets in the way sometimes. Second, the website has been updated to include Grur's character sheets as well as more kind of in-depth character bios, thanks to Cameron for sending that over my way. He helped collect that for some other purposes I don't want to say on camera because I want that to be a surprise.
He's a surprise!
But yeah, so check it out. It may not make total sense because I had to kind of refit some of the stuff, but I hope to get that updated again, as well as a index of characters that are NPCs and notable characters coming up for both you, the players, and people watching. So keep an eye out for that. But the last thing we did was we did a long rest in this little like ruin area, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle of the sheet.
Right, Campter went unconscious because when we took the mosquito off of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like I made the character to not be a savior to you, and he's just supposed to heal people when they get hurt, like falling down pits.
Who heals the healers?
That was my one pitfall.
I need everybody to do a passive perception check. That means you don't roll to it, you just take 10 plus whatever your perception bonus is.
13.
13?
14.
14?
13.
13.
Where's perception? 13.
13. Okay, groovy. You guys had a really restful sleep. Nothing woke you up, nothing out of the ordinary. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Sorry, there was just a weird noise.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's the people, they're vacuuming. Weird.
But before that, it's fine.
It's probably a turtle, I think, but But yeah, so you guys had a
Mechanical turtle.
As turtles do.
she's probably, I don't know, she's probably just chilling out in there. I hope she's not dead.
Well, golly.
Oh golly.
She just made a sound, so
Yeah.
hopefully it wasn't her dying throes.
Nah, sometimes she just kind of sneezes.
Oh, I didn't know turtles sneezed.
It's adorable.
Oh.
If that was a turtle sneeze, then okay.
Back on track.
The last thing I would have thought that was.
No.
I don't know. You guys wake up. Yeah, all 6 of you in the camp.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's right? Wait, where
Nope.
is the mayor?
Nope. Should be 7.
There's Mayor and Cantor.
Or 8.
And
I guess.
Hey.
Does that 6 include Old Man? Oh, fuck. Okay. No, so that's... Oh, yeah, we're missing 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, where's...
Are we?
Yeah. I'm gonna...
Dana.
perception for who's missing.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
Everything's a-okay. You keep counting all the little folk, but they keep moving around the camp, so you can't keep track of them.
I mean,
Lunch this morning.
do I need to do a head count to see that I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Pfeiffer that's gone?
Yeah, it's Pfeiffer's gone.
Okay,
you only have
cool.
1 dwarf, which is not good.
He's a dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's 2
we
dwarves.
only have 1 dwarf.
Oh.
And we're like, wait,
Yeah.
there should be a second dwarf. Gotcha. Okay.
It's just
We're all like, we have the one dwarf. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, there should be 2. There's a distinct lack of dwarfs. We have half as many dwarfs as we had before.
Camper gets up. You can tell he's a little pale from
The skeeter.
the bloodletting last night.
Mm.
And so he's kind of in his full armor again. He's kind of like woozy, and he's just like, oh, morning, we got breakfast going on? And you guys are all like wandering the camp looking for Pfeiffer.
Looking like under tables and like.
I'm like standing up on top of one of the walls, sort of like trying to peer out and look around.
we lost Pfeiffer. Yeah, who's Pfeiffer?
He's the other dwarf. As I'm like lifting
The one
rocks
with
to
all
look
the
under them.
potions.
Oh.
I'm sure he's fine. Let's keep going.
Alright. Yeah, little people just come and go.
Your friend's gone, and you're just ready to leave?
I'm gonna search camp for signs of a struggle. Nope.
And I
don't
also
see anything.
look since I have been searching under stuff.
Yeah.
19.
So you notice that in the building that you guys kind of set up your individual camps for, there, I don't think we established where it is, but which one? You do notice that you see some, I want to say large, kind of bird-like footprints leading into the camp, and you can tell that there was a scuffle, like a very, very quiet scuffle, some dirt and some foliage and stuff where Pfeiffer's kind of like bedroll was happening. His bedroll, everything is gone, and it looks like he was kind of like dragged off. And then as soon as he kind of left the dusty floor of the room, it's almost like he's gone. But every now and again, you kind of find some pressed in wet foliage and stuff, kind of like where some footprints were leading into the camp.
And this just leads out.
Yep.
Do we see any blood anywhere?
She does not.
Okay.
Cantor, I thought it was only stone statues that dragged people away. What's with these bird prints?
Yeah, do you know these footprints? Are these familiar at all?
Bogard.
Oh,
Lizard folk.
birds, lizards. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fairly similar.
Yeah.
It's okay. They didn't kill him on the spot. That means they're going to cook him for later.
Great.
Excellent.
Bad news is I think they're going to be where we were heading. They're going to be at the monument then.
Well,
Are they normally?
it's
at the
where we're
monument?
going anyway.
They do rituals at the monument.
All right, pack up. Let's head out.
Yeah. What about me? We have another town hall meeting tonight if you want to come join us.
We'll be back in time for it.
Penelope did recover and she's doing well. It was only a scare. Oh, you're leaving? Just like everybody else, I understand. Well, if you need anything from the town, we have supplies in the supply room, and I guess I'll finish eating that fish from last night.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Bye.
we'll be back to check on you sometime.
You said supplies.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of crates in the room back there.
I walk as soon as he says that, and I'm gonna go check out the crates.
Go ahead. So they're wooden crates. They're nailed. They're kind of like nailed shut.
Well, that'd just be a kind of a check.
It'd be like a strength check to open it up.
Oh, I'm just opening it. It's
Yeah.
not like a what was my best skill? It was like a appraisal check or something like that. That was my looting skill.
Yeah. Well, you gotta
Or,
open.
well,
it.
that was the other campaign, but still, I was
Yeah.
wondering if there was an equivalent one. Is that to strength? Yeah, cool. Then that's I only have +1 to strength. 18.
Yep. So you're able to kind of like wedge in your daggers. Or you kind of get something underneath. You pop it open. The crate itself is very heavy and kind of like the growth is kind of around it. But luckily the wood was treated. You open it up, and the smell of sulfur, rust, and what else would they pack that with? Yeah, rust and sulfur. Kind of. You pop open the crate, and you see what looks like blacksmithing supplies.
Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. I find blacksmithing supplies.
Do you want to take these now, or else we can bring them back to what's his name later?
Chappie, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Chappie.
Something like that. Yeah. The
Chops.
chops. That's it.
That's close.
Yeah. Is it enough material that we wouldn't be able to like just throw it in our bags?
Oh, this is like huge, large crates. of-
Okay, yeah, so it's a ton of stuff that we can't just like take with us and then eventually bring back to camp. We have to leave it here and then come back and get it.
Yeah, we can get it on the way back.
Yeah.
So, you guys are gonna follow the tracks.
Yes.
Okay.
I will lead the way.
Actually,
Sort of.
amongst those blacksmithing supplies, is there any kind of weaponry, or is it all just like strictly?
It looks like it's raw, like
workman
kind
tools,
of like
just like raw material.
some flux, some sulfur, some coal. It looks like there's some scrap metal and stuff like that, but it looks like it's kind of.
Just scrap, nothing good quality.
It looks like it's better quality than what you've seen, kind of chops and the other people use in the town. It looks like it was definitely stored away by previous kind of like inhabitants.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in good condition. They kind of wrapped up the metal and stuff like that, so only light water damage, using kind of like wax paper and kind of like hides and stuff like that to cover up the metal so it wouldn't like rust over.
Okay. I mean, it's not. If we don't come back, if we don't get the rest of these supplies back to camp, then I'm not going to be worried about taking only a single piece of scrap metal to make weapons later. So yeah, I'm just going to be like, man, just fuck it, leave it here.
Just because I remember it was different, and we ended as we were getting ready for a rest. How do long rests work in?
So you get to roll
yeah.
your hit die for each level, and you add that to your health.
Okay.
Where's your hit die again?
It's
Class
dependent.
Oh, okay, so that wouldn't just be on my sheet, I don't think.
Right.
I mean, it might be. Might have written it down somewhere.
That's because I remember it's a little more involved for some stuff.
Yeah, I need to switch that number back because I just went like, oh, cool, full health, but no, that's not the case.
Well, in most cases, like if you haven't taken too much damage, it will probably fill you back up.
Yeah.
But mainly, you get your spells back, and so on and so forth.
Hit points 8 plus. Oh no, that's not the hit die. That's just the hit point.
Yeah, I'm not seeing hit die.
Are you sure that's class based or is that race based?
It's race based.
Oh wow, yeah, I don't even see a hit die.
There was a modifier for your starting health.
Yeah.
I mean, I see hit
Yeah,
points
that's
6 for goblin, but then I also see for rogue.
Yeah.
I see.
I think you go off your class.
Hit points 8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yep. So you'd roll that twice
So-
since you're level 2. I believe that's how.
Because like mine is 12. Like I start with 12 hit points plus con. But or is it assumed that that's a D12? I guess.
I'm guessing so.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just roll 2d8 then. Cool. Oh, there's a 1. There's a 3. Cool. 1 shy of full health.
Not bad.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are gonna head out. You are heading actually towards the monolith, kind of in the same path. I need. Who rolled the pit last time? Was it Tim?
Yep.
Roll a d20 for me.
17.
Oh no.
It's gone forever.
So, you guys head out of the camp. You're about. You're out of sight range of the ruins. You can't hear the voices of the mayor anymore. And as you're kind of leaving the area, the canopy kind of opens up, and you have what's kind of like a meadow area where kind of almost looks like kind of like a highway almost, where the trees and stuff are very cleared out. The brush and foliage are kind of stomped out. It's more, you can kind of see the dirt better than in other areas of the jungle. And it's kind of like you have your trail, then you have this highway road, and then you have a kind of like the trail continuing on the other side. As you kind of see the clearing, you hear a large thud coming from your right.
Just one thud.
One very large thud.
I look to my right.
Do you have any
Okay.
idea what that is?
Yes.
Brewer?
Probably not.
No.
What was that?
You kind of see like birds and stuff kind of flocking away from an area that kind of where the road bends, and you see some shifting of the trees, and you can hear another thud and see more trees kind of coming close. You shake.
Pull out my flail.
Okay.
Start.
Do you have
head
any
over
idea
there
what
and
that
check
could
it out.
be? Like,
So is this
Or-
clearing, like, just no trees in this clearing, and but then the path on the other side, there's more trees again?
Let me do a quick draw up here. I'm not going to put it on the board.
I'm guessing int.
Maybe it's the same little boy that we burned earlier.
I worry about him.
I'm surprised he hasn't burned down the whole forest.
I mean, yeah.
Well, rainforests and special like jungle forests and stuff like that. The
Mm-hmm.
foliage is.
That's true. It's humid.
Tell that to the Amazon.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a very good point. Cheers.
Oh.
They're talking about, like, oh, rainforest. They're like, oh, it's harder for them to burn. I was like, yeah, tell
Yeah.
that to the Amazon.
So that's kind of the. It's kind of the trail. So you guys are coming out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's the trail. There's some thudding going on over here, and then there's a trail on the other side.
Mm.
Okay.
And-
Flooding over there. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
As you guys are kind of deciding, Campter is just very silent, kind of like.
Camper, do you know what that is? What do we need to hide? Now. Don't call him. Okay. Sentinel.
Should we cross first, or should we not cross?
It's up to you. If you want to risk getting across, we can get across. There's better coverage over there. But if we stay quiet on this side, we have a slightly greater chance of being caught.
Go.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a stealth check real quick then. 14.
Oh no!
Is that a crit fail?
It
Well, a
is.
1. Crit fails dependent on his perception
Oh,
check,
yeah.
I guess.
So I guess it's a 2 if crit fails don't mean anything.
We're in the trees, right?
You're kind of you're in the.
Okay. I'm gonna hide in the bushes.
Where? Still check.
Out. 9.
9.
Boy.
Alright.
Oh no.
So simultaneously, you all kind of scatter. Camper kind of like is ducking behind a couple of bushes. You kind of follow his lead. On the other side, kind of mend into the leaves. You feel kind of confident about your hiding abilities. Cameron, you rolled a 7.
14.
14. So you kind of stick to the ground. You kind of like stay low. You kind of shuffle your way across, and then get into some cover on that side. Alex, I'm sorry, what was yours was 9. And Eileen, yours was a 1.
1
All
plus
right.
1.
So as you both are kind of time to go across, something very large, kind of, I want to describe it, marble-esque, like very clean white stone, almost untouched by time, turns the corner of the canopy. Its head is almost to the top of the trees, which is very, very high up. It turns the corner, and it has almost a dog-like face. It looks like it has some sort of like masquerade mask on the top part, and then it kind of has like a elongated nose. Its shoulders are broad. Its step very, very kind of confident in knowing exactly where it's placing its feet. It's not looking down. It knows that it's kind of following this path, and it's walked thousands and thousands of times before. You see that it is scanning the horizon and also kind of scanning the foliage around it as it's locked dead center onto you.
Ah, shit.
As it says that, it kind of gets less confident and more aggressive in its posture, and then it starts talking in a very kind of, I wouldn't say like authoritative and direct voice. It's loud enough that it's not shaking everything, especially since of how big it is, but it's very like kind of also almost like when a police car has its like microphone talking to you, but you don't understand. Kind of, but the problem is you don't understand what it's saying.
Bling! I'm gonna flick my earring of whispers.
Ooh.
What is he saying?
You don't know.
Wait. So it's draconic.
It is.
Well, I already flicked the ding-dang thing.
Wait, does your ring not do draconic?
Everything but draconic.
Ah.
Literally everything but draconic.
Well, goddamn.
Wink!
It was worth a shot.
So, takes a step down the path, but now it is ignoring the path somewhat and is actually trying to take a more direct path towards you, Eileen. I need Alex to roll a reflex, as you are also in the road, but kind of a little bit more stealthy. You kind of have like a brush with you, and you're just like, oh no.
Bring.
Oh god, I just rolled the same number twice. It's 11.
It also kind of calls out again, and then using its hand, it kind of points like that, and 2 fingers are pointing directly at you.
And then its own eyes. And then back at that.
Its eyes like crying out.
Oh no.
But it's again, it kind of like an authoritative like blah blah blah, like stop right there, stop right there, criminal scum. It takes another step forward towards you.
I'm gonna dart back, so I'm not gonna go toward the others. I'm gonna back away and run into the trees.
So you're gonna kind of head closer towards where Gur and Camper are, right? Because you're coming back where you. That's.
I guess, yeah. I basically want to lead it away since
Where on the
it's
map?
seen me at this point. So where were Gur and Camper?
So- We're gonna go like this. Mancho. Gur.
How tall are these trees that we're in? A good size forest.
They're very high canopy. I want to say like 2.5 stories tall.
Okay.
About 9.5 feet.
And how does the golem compare to those?
Like I said, he's just at that level.
Okay.
So
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go basically like the upper left.
okay.
Like the quadrant where there is no one currently. I'm just gonna
So
dart
you're gonna
off
have
that way.
you're gonna kind of jump into the heavy foliage. You're gonna kind of have slower movement because you are going to be in kind of rough terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna follow, or are you gonna run in a different direction?
I'll absolutely follow.
Okay. So I need you to to roll. May I borrow your character sheet again? Actually, I have a character sheet right here that I can use for stats.
Sorry, well, I'm a little underprepared just because I know we ended at before resting.
No, you're all
So
good.
I still haven't picked my spells for the day, so I'm like frantically going through trying to
No,
do
you're-
it.
Like, what do I do?
You're doing fine. I didn't really. I would have figured you were fine until you told me. Now I know you're slacking on homework. That's a -1 hero point for not being prepared. You have 0. How does that make you feel, young man?
How dare you?
0.
It's okay. I kind of do the same thing.
And then I have spells written down that don't exist, so it's like, what?
I want you to roll your highest skill, either acrobatics or
You a flip lizard?
acrobatics or athletics. Whatever you have a higher.
Acrobatics.
Should I roll that also?
Yes, because you're going to be kind of dodging through the foliage.
All of us?
These two,
Okay.
since they're not.
8.
8.
22.
22. You're doing a great job, especially with your large flail, hopping over roots, swinging on branches, kind of like climbing through the trees. You're having a harder time because you're a spellcaster. You don't train in any sort of, dexterous things. So every step you take, you're getting jumbled up on your robe. You're getting like snagged and stuff. And so the distance between the two is starting to become greater as Eileen's character is getting farther and farther away from you. And you're kind of at the point now where you hear heavier footsteps.
So I notice it. So can I tell that it's catching, that it's gaining?
Yes,
on
so
him?
I was going to go
Trying
into the
to-
perspective of you two.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow stealthily.
Yeah, so you can kind of see that it notices and it's still kind of keeping to the path. It kind of knocked over a couple of trees, but it's now kind of turning its direction to kind of where the path that you guys were heading to before this giant golem this giant sentinel thing, and it kind of starts curving in, and it just passes in front of you, Muncho, where it just where this is at. It's coming through. It kind of cuts through this path, kind of winds around, and then it starts closing in, going this way.
Oh, so they ran up towards the way we were heading.
Yeah, so they kind of ran into this section here because it doesn't have anybody in it. So you are kind of making good headway. You can kind of see that there is a large kind of thick canopy. Again, another one of those like kind of like bramble things. You're small enough that you can actually dive and hide inside of it if you want to do a stealth check, or you can keep running forward. You are falling behind, and I need you to do another athletics because it's catching up.
Wait, am I going to be able to do anything?
What would you want to try to do? This thing is 9 feet tall, made of beautiful stone, and it looks like it's not stopping for no one. What would you try to do to help?
Throw something at its head to distract it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to... I guess just pick something... Well, I mean, I guess I'm on the ground at the moment, so yeah, I'm going to pick up a rock and just try to throw it at its head. Whoop. It'll be Dex 19.
You get pretty far. I think you get about... You hit him like right... This area on its back. I don't want to say like right here on its chest because it's facing away from you. But you do get kind of a nice little like... good sized rock. You're able to huck it up there. It makes contact, but it kind of like scouts around again.
I yell as well.
Okay.
To try to get his attention. Say, "Hey, marble boy! Hey, down here!"
It looks at you, and then again it kind of like
Flip it
points, and then it kind of makes like a very. It says something different instead of like the where you can kind of believe there's like a halt right there, criminal scum. It more or less is just like kind of a deterrent of like, no, you shouldn't do that. You kind of pick up
Just
from like
waggles his
his
finger.
foul language.
Turns into Sonic.
That's no good.
How far is he from me?
He's probably about 3 steps away, which is about, I would say, 20 feet.
Cool. Clearly I'm not going to make it much further, so Sergeant Snuggles is going to crawl around on the back side of my back, deposit a cat claw into my hand, draw an arcane sigil, and I'm going to cast fear on it.
Whoa.
All right, entice me on what this magical fearing effect would be.
It needs a will save first.
Will he save?
We'll see.
Will he or won't he? What?
That's all royalty-free music.
DC sucks?
No, it's not bad, which is what scares me. But I guess I'm.
You're a
also-
wizard,
so-
yeah. It makes sense.
20.
Oh yeah, it succeeds.
Balls.
Well,
As you kind
It's a
of
good run.
kind of imagined a stone statue has a will of stone, but it was worth a shot.
Can I yell Razden's name? See if anything happens? Because I don't know if my earring came with an instruction manual for Muncho, so if he would know that he can only not understand Draconic.
Right.
So I don't know if that was the case and he knew that, oh, that must be Draconic, and to see if he could like throw out Razden's name to see if that would get any kind of a reaction.
Where did you get the earring?
From Razden. You all got
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that special class item.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think Razden would have explained that to us?
He kind of gave you like a whimsical, like, I trust upon you, these magical gift kind of, like, not exactly that term. So he's like, I got you gifts. Here's what it does, but it's very vague. And he's just like, here's how to activate it. So I want you to role play out yelling his name for me, please. Just starting from like, it's gonna go somewhere, but I don't want you to do like the never-ending story. Say my name,
Yeah.
or whatever he says. So
I'm gonna say, hey, giant dog boy, hold on, we're with Razden.
And you can kind of hear coming from your earring, hello, you have reached Razden's communications device. I can't come to the earring right now, as I am busy doing very interesting things. Please leave a message and I'll get to you as soon as I can. Also, if this is Muncho, I forgot to mention, you can sometimes contact me through this earring. Oops, I should have mentioned that. Also, you may not be able to understand Draconic. Oops again. Bye!
Hey Razden, this is Mancho. We're currently fighting, we're running from this giant marble dog thing.
Wait, no.
Oh, shit, Razden. Oh, hey Razden.
Just kidding, this is still part of the answering machine.
Son of a bitch!
He's that dickhead.
That means none of my message got through before. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, take the earring off and put it in my pocket for a minute, because... Well, actually, how long does the effect work with the earring?
Lasts for 10 minutes, and you can activate it once per day.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured, like, past this encounter, I wouldn't be able to use it again, so it's just like, I hope those Bogars speak common.
Do I still have something I can do?
It's taken one more step as this scene of him on the phone. But now the thing has kind of stopped and is, like, looking at you, and then it's looking over here. And it's kind of like calculating almost.
So Razden's name had no effect then?
No.
Okay.
How far ahead am I of Hormir?
You're pretty far. You do have the option if you want to hide or keep running or go back. Like you do have.
I don't want to hide yet. I might even try to circle around. So if it's like we've got Muncho and the statue thing and Hormir, right? I want to try and circle so I can complete the triangle and just give it more options.
Okay. So you guys are kind of like triangulating him. He's like in the center. Mm-hmm. You're with Camper in the back.
I'm nearby.
Okay.
I'm stealthing nearby. I have a spell I'm using, so I'm in the trees at this point.
Okay. One with the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shout like, "Hey, Dickface, come get me!"
And then again, it's kind of like looking around, calculating. And then it just starts, reach down, and just pulls out a tree.
Great.
And the tree is closer to you, Cameron.
Okay.
And it just kind of hucks it.
It's not the tree.
At me.
Is it?
No.
Roll percentile.
And then it like looks
Hilarious.
around again.
So he's throwing it at me?
No, he's just picking up a tree and just throwing it further into the forest.
That seems rude.
And then it grabs another tree, rips it out of the ground. This one is closer to you, Cameron.
He's making a
Your
big-
cover is going away.
Can I just run further into the trees as he's doing this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just make a stealth as well. in the
Okay,
meantime.
go and make a stealth.
18?
Yep.
No,
okay.
19.
Okay. What would you like to do now that he's distracted by plucking the trees?
So it's gonna take athletics rolls or acrobatics to keep.
If you want to keep running through the trees, yeah, you want to roll an acrobatics or an athletics. If you want to try to hide, you're more than welcome to do stealth check again.
He's distracted.
Yeah.
I'll give that a shot. There's no way I'm moving, so. Oh my god, no. It's like a 7. I haven't rolled above a 10 on this.
Most dice just don't like you tonight. Let's got sparkle dice if you want some. So yeah, you kind of like, you're like, I have an opportunity to hide. Kind of, and then you like look around, and then you kind of like find a like little like patch of leaves, so you kind of hide under there and realize you're kind of like just like squat with like, you're not very hidden because there's nothing behind you.
Yeah.
And then you kind of look around again, and you try to find more foliage, and then you try to climb a tree. It doesn't work. You're just having a hard time trying to be sneaky right now. You're kind of panicking, and you're kind of like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
You can see your light flashing behind before your eyes.
You hear the sound of another tree being lifted up from the ground and yeeted across the jungle.
No.
There we go. That's the grown
How tall is he again? He's about
9 feet.
9 feet tall.
There goes all self-respect I had for our game, and I caused it. I killed.
Yep, you did this.
I did this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Destroyed it all. Yeah, so it's still kind of distracted. It's not looking at you. It is getting closer to you, though. While you're being hidden, using kind of like the foliage to your advantage, you're still kind of like moving around, but it's still kind of like throwing trees, and it's kind of not really cussing to itself, but it's still kind of like trying to encourage you to, in its own way, give up.
So I'm leading it away from everybody else, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Which direction? I guess I would determine which direction.
So he's facing. So you're right over here in this area.
Yeah.
He's kind of plucking trees out of this part of the canopy, and
Okay.
you're moving backwards that way.
Okay.
I wanna try and like stealth into the brush, but at the same time I want to keep the same distance from this thing just in case I need to draw it away again.
So go ahead and roll stealth.
16.
Okay. And we're still in the tree hanging out.
Yeah, trying to keep close.
So you still have eyesight on where Campers. You can kind of see that where he's sitting in the brush and stuff like that. He's still kind of like full armor in the middle of a jungle, so it's like you got a lot of metal just kind of like poking out, but he's still doing a kind of good job. He's staying to the shadows and stuff, and he's just kind of like, stay low, like don't move. But and then he realized he doesn't actually see where you are, so he's like, kind of keeps kind of like to himself, and he's kind of like watching, kind of like out where he's hearing the trees being ripped out of the ground.
Alright. Yeah, I'm at the top of the trees, trying to keep an eye on it
Okay.
and everything else.
Yeah, so you don't have any line of sight. Luckily enough, you don't have a line of sight on these two, but you can kind of see where he's moving around in the forest because he's not as stealthy as the rest. So you can kind of see, brush, and you can kind of see some
Okay.
action going on from where he's at. But luckily enough, the sentinel's kind of facing where Cameron's at, so it's not like, where's that? Gonna roll here. Finally, it kind of looks up, and then it kind of like announces in Draconic, like kind of like this. It's hard to say because I don't want to make up like a fake language for this. Kind of announces a kind of declaration of like, you win this round almost, and it kind of gets back up and it starts walking towards the pathway, and it gets back on its path, and then it's kind of posture again, kind of goes to more of like a sentry mode, and then walks away.
Interesting.
You're just
Yeah, just gonna like stay still for a hot minute until we can not hear its footsteps anymore.
yep, and that's
Yep.
by the light. Holy crap! You just hear it like Hamter say as he's like walking out, like, no! I've only ever run across those with like 2 or 3 people, and each time someone's been taking. I don't know how you managed to avoid it.
We're the heroes of Davenborrow!
You hear the walking stop as you shout.
He shouted first.
Yeah, but not as loud. You got your higher pitched voice. No, I'm kidding. He keeps walking. So like we need to keep going. Like I want to get as far away from one of these like roads as possible. Like
Do you know how many? Is it just one that circles at a time, or do they come in waves?
Are
you
they all
only ever
different
see
animals?
them in one,
Ooh.
and then you have the smaller little gargoyles that kind of follow around. In most cases, they're the ones that chase us, but it looks like this one's alone.
Okay.
So we got lucky.
Actually, I'm gonna run off into the highway path real quick and just sort of like do a perception like down the road each way to see if I can notice any goblins or gargoyle things just in case. Nah, I'm guessing 8 won't let me see much.
Path looks clear on both sections that you can kind of see before the road bends.
Okay.
So
Right. I'll jump down from the trees and join the group.
Ah,
hero landing.
where
Yes.
were you? Where were you
really
in all
need
of
to
this?
work on your footsteps.
Something so small, you make a lot of noise.
I was around. I was
Just
keeping
gonna
an eye on
just
everyone.
gonna move forward.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. Wait.
Alright, you good, Hormir? You good to go? Alright, let's go. Your cat
Do
okay?
you need to change your pants?
Maybe we'll see.
Alright.
You'll be fine.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
Which
Let's
one
just
of
go.
you cowards crapped in my pants?
You were the brown pants. So you guys travel for about another 20 minutes. It's relatively calm. You're able to, follow the path. Foliage changes between open space to lightly, covered to fully dense again. But no other major events happen during your travels. It's kind of actually a nice little pace after, getting chased around by a giant 9-foot tall stone statue, yelling at you what you think to be police sounds. But you start kind of coming across another open space, and Camper says, I think we're getting close enough to their camp now. We're going to, if we want, we can kind of stealth ahead, scout it out, and kind of go from there. They are very aggressive, very rarely want to negotiate, very territorial. So let's take this very, very, very carefully.
How smart are they?
He kind of looks at you and kind of starts
So very smart. Okay, got it.
around as
Okay.
smart as an
So
average.
not as... Oh, well, I gotta say, I'm a smarter than your average goblin. Just gotta say.
Yeah, so 2 notches of what he thinks he is.
Sounds about right. So, are
So
we...
do you want to scout ahead?
Yeah. Your little cat friend wanna join me? I promise I won't eat him.
Sure.
Promise I won't try to eat him. He's very dependable. What's his name?
Sergeant Snuggles. You can call him the sergeant.
Sir, yes, sir.
Please tell me you salute the cat.
Yeah, I flew with the cat. Sergeant, shall we? And I sort of like gesture to the cat, like to like
you?
after you.
Alright, so let me take a quick break here
What kind
to...
of cat is it?
He's a basically
Bengal.
yeah. Oh, he's a
Oh,
Bengal.
right.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought he was just a big old orange cat.
That's what I described it to you because I
Garfield.
just couldn't think of anything at the moment. But I think in the first play session I said Bengal.
Okay. Well,
Doesn't matter. It's just a cat.
On a
well,
scale of 1 to 10,
character-
how much lasagna?
character description. that I sent in said the orange one.
Yeah,
so
don't worry about it.
it'll be fine. I mean,
I'm cutting this part out.
yes,
so-
the character description that that we mentioned
Right.
earlier
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah.
Nothing in
Because,
particular.
yeah.
Dusty just wanted them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can keep our website up to date. I'm gonna move this stuff out here.
Buncher, you're in the way.
Break if you want snackies or get water or food.
Yeah, I have Study Aura down as a cantrip, but I can't find anything on it anywhere.
Study aura.
Yeah.
That sounds
Let's
hippie.
see. It does.
Study aura. Study flora? Study flora?
You're trying too hard.
No.
Where are we
Not
going?
hard
No,
enough.
this is about as hard as I'm just doing it out loud. I usually don't do it out loud. Study
fedora.
Study for a test. Study or a what? I don't know. Just riffing.
Oh.
You're a wizard?
Just riffing like a
It looks like I changed the name to Analyze Aura. Or maybe that's the old version.
I don't see an analyze aura. Wait, those are feats. Just kidding.
I know that's original Pathfinder.
Spell lists.
This episode of Dungeons and Dragons is brought to you by Cards.
Study.
So I mean, I've been getting
I
this.
don't see it on here.
I've been getting this oat milk from Costco. They have like we used to get like an almond milk from Costco, but now they have like a oat milk.
Oat.
Yes,
Ooh.
oat milk. Yeah, Costco has like I think it's like a
Oat milk is
6-pack. It's
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's or oat dairy beverage or something like that. But basically, they have it's like a little 6-pack of these like small-ish cartons, like that big or so. But it just says in big letters on it. It says like oat, and then in small letters underneath it says like dairy beverage. But for like every time I've put one in the fridge from the pantry, because like I usually keep them in the pantry and I'll just put the next one in the fridge when we run out. I'll always write something on it in Sharpie. Like I'll add a few extra letters. Like the very, very first time I did it, I just put an umlaut over the O. So it was like oat milk.
Oat milk.
But then after that, I put like goat milk. I put like a B in front of it is boat milk.
Okay, I guess
Or like once I drew a line on the O to make it look like a B, so it was bat milk. And so I just like every single time I put a new one in the fridge, I always write something on it first.
Oh.
see that. The book.
Yes.
We've gotten, and
remember
Amy's done it a few times
got
as well.
this.
We've gotten pretty creative.
Yeah, nice.
Like one time, I managed to squeeze in a very small letter R between the O and the A, and I put a B in front of it, so it was Borat milk.
Yes, Shamash. It's nice milk.
Very nice.
Very nice. How much? So I was
For a 6-pack, about I think it's like less than $10. I just don't remember exactly how much.
Have you done dat milk yet?
Dat milk. I've done data milk. I've done dab milk. By putting a little thing on the B or on the T, and I drew a little stick figure dabbing.
Of course.
Amy wrote
Okay, I have a spell that doesn't exist. I'm not sure how I got
wrote
that.
enough letters to make it say potato milk.
You said you were looking in the updated
It's been
version
fun.
at
No,
some
that
point.
wasn't even there.
I've been doing it for like almost like 2 months now. I
Oh
would
my
say.
goodness, yeah.
You really milking it?
Mm-hmm.
Alex, what area of spell was that? Or what,
It's a great question. Doesn't
like,
exist.
arcane?
Doesn't exist.
I know, I've been trying to find it, and I haven't
I'm
found
sorry we
it
haven't
yet.
done more bowling recently.
What level spell?
No, it's all good. We haven't heard anything from our bowling league, and which is really weird because they said they're going to put in a new system, and then let the league members know.
Where's this at?
Chippers
Chippers.
off wads.
Construction on it
Oh, there's
always
read
takes
aura.
longer.
Read Aura?
Weed aura.
Weed.
Weed.
Vape.
Weed.
So, like most of Boulder, it's just got a weed aura.
Yeah, you know.
So I wanted to make this fancy and not have it all symmetrical like this, but the way I'm having this encounter happen, and this is totally, I'll explain it again. It's gonna be very, very. There's going to be a pathway, and I didn't want to have like a weird angled
be in there
pathway
somewhere.
when you're walking diagonal.
Uh-huh.
Like, I thought that would be very stupid and confusing.
Okay. That's strange. Alright.
What does it say?
It's basically, they split detect magic and read aura into two separate things. Detect magic tells you if there's magic in an area, read magic, you focus on one thing, and if it's magical, you know, and then you know the school of magic.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so
That's a little
one is just to
strange.
detect magic in general, but then the other is to actually like detect what kind of magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little strange.
Yeah. It's nice that it's a cantrip.
So excited for next weekend.
Yeah!
For what?
Great
JBF.
Beer Fest.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what's happening next weekend?
Mm-hmm. Next weekend.
So much beer. Oh, love the beers.
You'll get to meet my in-laws.
I bet they're amazing.
They're very nice.
Debbie gets crazy.
I'm excited.
4 glasses of Chardonnay and she's lit.
I know that life. Yeah, I know. I'm like, how can I, like, I know it's only, like, what, 2 or 3 hours, but I'm like, how can I not overdrink? Like, how can I...
Constant drinking of water.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I drink, like,
Pacing.
a beer and a half, and I'm like, woo!
Yeah, it's very much is going to be a lot of just pacing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, it's only 1 ounce at a time, but...
Yeah, but you want to drink all the beers.
But yeah, like, it's only an ounce at a time, so you can be like, oh, let me try this beer. Ooh, let me try this beer. Ooh, And then sooner or later, it's just like, oh, I've had 12 1-ounce sips of beer in the
Right.
span of 5 minutes. That's a whole beer
Uh-oh.
in 5 minutes. Like, it goes very fast.
Yeah.
It's basically a power hour that you pay to go to. The most expensive power hour ever.
The most expensive and
High
exotic
ABV.
power hour.
Fuck, I haven't done a power hour since like 2009.
I don't even know what that is.
Do a shot of beer every minute for an hour.
Ugh,
Why?
why?
I did that
Because
while
college.
watching...
By a shot, you mean like
1 ounce.
1 hour? Okay.
What show is that? Last time I did that, we were watching a movie. I think we were watching like Wet Hot American Summer or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's roughly
Seems
like,
appropriate,
what,
yeah.
4.5 beers or so, right?
No, it's not like wizard staff or
No.
yeah.
Not
Alright.
really.
It's on the road.
Wizard staffs are fun, though.
Yeah.
I somehow like managed to never play any of these like beer related games. All we played was
never-
King's Cup. We played so much King's Cup.
Yeah.
Eh.
I didn't until after college,
Yeah.
but I went to a very unique college.
Community is a college, and I didn't drink because I was a good noodle.
A good noodle. And look at you now, drinking these imperial stouts.
Happens to everyone.
All right, so I think these are everybody's characters. If you want to set them up in this area here, and we'll just in case. So we're setting up the map. I'm going to be putting it on screen.
So
As you reach kind of the clearing, you guys notice that this area of the forest or the jungle opens up to a large river. At least a large section of the river where you can see that the village is built on top of the shore. And you can see a couple of things.
So water,
Anything that has like the
boardwalk or walkway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you're scanning, please roll a perception for me. And this is all what you can kind of see from inside of this little kind of like jungle area.
Younger.
14.
13.
Okay. Over a 10.
Welcome to the younger.
17.
Nah, 7.
So, those are scouting since you two kind of, you and,
Fucked it up.
Snuggles, you're the body and he's the eyes. You notice that there's a long area of kind of like what looks like a caged area where they're kind of keeping fish. And that's like their crop of fish that they're using to kind of farm and breed for food.
You said crops, and I'm like a floating field?
Kind of like they got reeds and stuff in there too. So
I mean, fish
it's-
farm's a real thing.
Yeah, fish farm. And then you kind of got like a long little like nursery room right here where it looked kind of like a communal area.
Little
Then
baby lizards.
and then you've got areas here what looks like smaller little raised huts that can fit like a small two people in there. And then in the center, it looks like a large 3-story kind of like silo almost, but it's like where a lot of Bogart and stuff are kind of coming in and out, walking between the rows. And the important part is a caged area over here where there seems to be cages where they're supported, but about half of the cage is underwater and half the cage is above water. There is no one inside of the cage right now. But the cages are there.
And we're still in the forested area over here. Okay.
And since you scouted...
Scooted.
Scoot.
Again, I apologize that I have to use... I don't have anything for kind of creatures we have.
Unbelievable, Dusty.
Once I get a printer, I can
It's just
print
like
stuff.
weirdly quiet after that.
What is that even supposed to be? What is this circle?
Well, let me tell ya. Right over here is a lizard. And you know what? Right over here? A lizard.
I went Chris Farley on that shit.
That was a weird moment.
I understood that reference.
What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a man that lives in a van down by the river.
You mean a hut down by the river?
Yes. Vanity. Let me double check who we got. That is
Me.
Lean. That is Hormir, which has been going away.
Right? Wait. Well, this one's Hormier. Oh, wait, no, this is Hormier. Never mind.
You're Blue Boy?
Sorry.
I'm usually Blue Boy.
Oh, yeah. For 2 years, I've been holding on to your Star Wars little gooey meaning things.
Come on, goo boy.
So I'm going to...
This is Muncho.
So ones in black are adults. They do kind of have like some sort of weapon on them, but I will mark with dice
Wait,
here.
so the black ones are all adults.
Yes,
Okay.
and then here in the water
Babies.
are not babies. They're actually they're more decorated than the others. Where the other ones are in simple kind of cloth stuff like that. These ones are, step around the camera, are more finely kind
Like
of
bulls.
Yeah, cat stuff. Yes. So that's kind of what you're looking at.
I guess that's more related to gators, not so much lizards. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not
They're
sure
big
about
old
that.
lizards.
Okay.
A bull gator is like a big male.
So we got the big boys and like
Yeah,
the
big
average
boys
ones.
and then the average ones. Okay.
And let me get the picture up here.
I'm just gonna picture them as giant gator men now. Like at first I was picturing like Lizalfos from Zelda. I'm just like now I'm just imagining gator people. Swamp people.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, they look more like frogs,
Oh.
but
Fuck.
Oh.
Okay.
So you got-
they're a little gatory.
look gator. But yeah, the ones that are decorated look more like that.
Okay.
And then on the other side. Don't read the stats.
Okay.
Just only pictures.
They're like frogs with teeth.
And they're kind of moseying about, but like if you wanted to kind of like wade into the water, water, if you test it, is about. It's hard to tell because I want to say this by normal people standards. Tim, it's about hip high on you, so yeah,
Pretty deep.
you'll have to swim across, but he can like compare movement.
I don't see anyone in the cages. Where the hell is Pfeiffer?
Is this the right group?
Are there multiples?
I mean, I assume we've been following their tracks the whole way here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On and off.
If he's not visible here, he has to be either in one of the huts or the primary building back there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for, I'm gonna guess primary building, you know, the one that's hardest to get to. Yeah, this ain't gonna be quick.
Well, head first or try to sneak through. It's going to be very hard to sneak by considering most of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be able to sneak through.
Yeah, same.
Make
But
a pincer attack of sorts, but
well, I mean, how are you with the healing arts?
no.
None. Cool.
I
Gotcha.
rely on the forest and my skills.
All right. I'd rather not split up just because, enemy territory and whatnot. But, I mean, if we have a good chance of sneaking over and, yes, creating some sort of a pincer attack and catching them off guard, maybe that might help us. But, I don't know. It seems kind of risky, especially given once things go off, we're going to be on our own.
How tough are these, Cantor? We're gonna be able to take them out in one hit, or
So
Are we talking minion territory?
he's like, give me a second. So he kind of like, he's kind of like readjusting his straps stuff as he's looking, kind of determining it, and then he kind of like nods. He's like, points to the two dice, and he's like, those two seem to be their shamanistic kind of like guidance.
Casters?
Some sort of magical casters, yes. I don't know what kind of power they pack, but they are definitely going to be the ones we want to take out first. They're going to be a little bit tougher. The rest of them seem to be common folk and the scouts. All of them go hunting. All of them have those skills. No one is non-combat trained. So if we engage, everybody in the tribe will be able to turn on us.
But would you say that the small guys would stand much of a chance? Like maybe a few good hits and they're done? Or how hardy would you
Most
say
of them
they
are out of their armor. They're mostly in civilian clothes.
Gotcha.
They're not in their hunting attire. So while they are armed with fishing spears and, as I'm looking here, looks like some of them do have slings. If we close the gap on them, we might be able to rush a couple of them down. But we do have to be careful because we will have to cross the river and get up there.
Is this all to scale?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Distance-wise.
that's why I kind of like had to adjust how I was drawing it to make it look.
so it's about 10 feet to the first dock. Well, we all know how Muncho can jump. So
Hey! Maybe I don't need to jump. Maybe I can just swim.
Yeah.
The current is pretty calm.
Current's pretty calm.
Or I can try and throw you at someone.
I mean, that ruins the element of surprise for us because we were
true,
hoping to
okay.
sneak in and, hey, what do you say you and I sneak over and see if we can't sneak up on that fella over yonder who looks like a big baddie.
I like the idea.
This one or this one?
I
The
was
one
thinking
further
the far
from us.
one. Could we... So if they're doing their own thing, how would they notice us? Could we drag a rope with us to the dock and tie it on as a line for everyone else to follow? I mean, you can swim, but would I worry about you?
I'm gonna set that big boy up.
Well, so you said it's like a fish farm, so it's basically just
Fish
like
farm and like
a fence enclosing an area where it's still just water.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
reeds, some fish, a little bit of crab.
Crab?
What time of day? Or I guess it's perpetually time?
I'm sorry.
Every session.
I forget too until it brings up, and then I'm just like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a
So it's like perpetually like sunset or something
Yeah.
you said? Okay,
kind of
so
like
kind of low light though.
Right.
it's
A lot of
it's
shadow.
yeah, a lot of shadow, but it's not like dark out. It's kinda,
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to split up, like, you guys take the far one and some of us will take the closer big one, and then we can at least try and knock out those?
Yeah, that was my impression. I'm not sure we might be able to sneak by if we can go all the way around the that little reedy fish farm looking area they got over there.
So it's all water.
It's all water, yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm short. So if I'm waiting or just, like, I don't know, backstroking all the way over, I mean, I'm not... As long as I'm not splashing about, I don't think I would have any problem stealthily or quietly getting over around this main group over here. So, it's up to y'all. And, how you feel about sneaking through water, big guy?
I can get there without them noticing me.
Sounds
For
good.
sure.
So, sound good to y'all? We take the far guy, you take the close guy?
Sure.
Alright. Ready to sneak on over, big guy?
Ready to sneak on over.
How much of a ruckus do you want us to cause? Or
Well, I mean, not until we actually, like, are most of the way over there.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want you to cause the ruckus as we're attempting to sneak around.
Alright, then we'll start once you guys start.
Yeah, that might be good.
What do you got to do? Who's gonna go first? What are you gonna do?
So Muncho and I are sneaking around. No, it's okay. That's what we're doing.
No, I threw Booberry.
Boobery.
Continue. I gotta look for it.
Okay,
Just
we're
Google
sneaking
your
around. Did you say we were actively stealthed at the moment, so we could just start moving, and then eventually, once we attack, you guys were gonna attack?
Yeah, once we see that shit pops off, we'll
Okay.
do stuff.
So yeah, I guess... Ooh, excuse me. This is me? Yes. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
that's me.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
you.
You're the.
Oh yeah, I'm the dual
Stabby
Spinning
one.
knife man.
dual wielder. Dual wielder. Alright, we're gonna be sneaking off this way.
Okay.
Swipe,
So I need you to
swipe,
roll
Swipe, swipe.
an acrobatics because you are swimming in the water.
Okay. Are you fucking kidding me?
What was that on?
It was on 11, but then it like rolled
It's
off
like,
the end of it.
I'll take the 11.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
what it landed on before it.
Before it rolled. Yeah, I'm gonna not roll on top of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 11. It wasn't 11, that's a 17 overall.
Natural
Oh.
20.
But 17 overall for me for acrobatics.
Yeah, you're like, well, he's just like kind of doggy paddling. You're just like underwater, one breath, just kind of like swimming.
You just see like this much of him.
Not even, he's all underwater. One with the raves.
Done this before.
Did you say one with the raves?
The wave. Gru's getting down.
Swimming.
Oh, there's a blueberry, I think.
But nobody can see it.
Oh, I love
You just hear thumping from the
I
water.
only dance underwater.
A very muffled thumping.
Just one bubble, just like. Alright. So you guys moved. Who's next?
I'm gonna just hunker down. Well, I guess I'll move closer to this one. And then I'll
Yeah.
just hunker.
Okay.
I also hunker.
Alright. So. Here's where it gets weird.
Oh boy.
So that was the turn. Cantor's going to stay on shore and kind of stay with you two. We're going to roll initiative. Just like last time, all the baddies will go in one swoop, but the 2 dice and the black little stands are going to be separated. So,
Let's how full is like the crops or the fish pit? Can you see them?
no, it's very hard to see. You can tell that there's fish there because you can kind of see the rippling, but you can't tell how many are in there.
Is the dock like completely clear outside of the people on it or the lizard?
Yeah. So what you see is pretty accurate.
What's the modifier for initiative? Is it just
Perception.
Oh, okay.
it's gonna be a shit show.
Oh, are they all rolling initiative?
Well, this is as soon as combat starts, so that's 14, so 16. Oh, that's what it is. Alright, please roll your initiatives.
Everybody?
You have not been detected yet, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Alright.
21.
Did you see the new Patrick Gill video about Sekiro?
Yes. Yes, it was
With the
really
blood.
good.
With the blood? Yes.
I have not seen that one yet. I feel ashamed.
Why is there so much blood? 13 for me.
Muncho. For 13, what is your dexterity?
It's +4.
Plus 4?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to be going before them.
Fucking right.
Oh no.
Never be clean, Justin. Never be clean.
Out.
15.
Probably lower dex though, it's safe to say.
What's your dex?
+2.
When you're editing, you like the scene of us just looking at them.
I'll cut this out, don't worry.
Climax of the movie.
Yours, or get yours,
21,
Eileen.
11.
Thank you for not being a 13.
Oh, you're welcome. I worked very hard
Yeah, you did so
to
much.
be the lowest on the initiative.
Okay. So, initiative's been set. It's gonna be Grur, Campter, and then the scout or the shamans at 14. Then it will be Muncho, the scouts, and then Hormir, and then Grizz.
Alright.
Makes sense?
I assume for this turn at least, we're still moving around.
Yes. You're still stuffing.
So,
Ew.
here we get.
You're pulling him along with you?
Well, I mean,
He's moving as
we're
well,
both
right?
gonna move, so
Yeah.
I just moved us both since he's ahead of me anyway.
But I could do something to affect that situation, Tim.
Well, alright.
I'm kidding. They won't. They don't know you're there.
Okay.
So. Next up would be Campter. He's gonna hold off. The shamans are going to. The white one's gonna start heading up those stairs. If you want to put it.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yep.
Does that work?
This one. We're gonna do that. Like that. And then Muncho, you're gonna move.
Yeah.
And scouts.
I moved you already.
Cool.
So this is gonna go inside of the little hut where you
Oh,
can no
yeah.
longer see it.
Mm.
This one's gonna stay there. Those two are gonna stay there. This one's gonna go up more. Kind of like that. Alrighty. And Grizz.
I'm still hunkering.
Alright.
I guess I'll shuffle a little bit to just follow this to be
Hankering
as
for a hunker.
close to that one as I can be.
Okay. Start of the initiative. Grrr.
Feel like I make it there.
Okay.
Anyway, drag Muncho along as well.
Yeah. Camper's gonna hold. This shaman's gonna. They're walking slowly.
No.
Set it. There we go. Never mind. It's already at 2.
This is
Yeah,
number
that's 2. That's 1. Yeah, never mind. They're just kind of like slowly moseying along. That one's still working on the crops.
So wait. So nobody has been detected yet?
No.
We just
They're
roll
just kind of
initiative.
wandering around.
Gotcha.
Totally like normal people on a little floating barge in the
Like
river.
normal lizard people.
Yep. And then you move, and then the scouts are going to kind of do their own thing.
Nani?
And then you're going to go. Yeah.
Oh, Muncher, you need to move.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move along with him. Ting! Nani?
We'll move there as well.
And then Grizz.
I'll just stay put.
Hold position. We're going to move him up 6. Alright, beginning of the round. Grr.
Wait, is this
Is this
at the same level, or is this
climbable?
like are these like stairs up to
So
a higher
these
level?
are, so you're in the river right now. That's kind of like a little bit higher than the river. So he's going to
Okay.
take a climb
Okay,
check for both
so
of
we'd
you.
have to like climb up either onto here and go up the stairs, or like do a climb check up into there.
Yeah. Definitely it's going to be easier to go up the stairs than it would be to climb up a wooden hut.
But you will be more visible.
Alright. So your move.
Assuming the stairs on the outside of the building? or-
Yes, they're on the outside. So kind of think of it like there's the hut, and then there's stairs that kind of curl up to the next thing, and then there's a little like disc, and then there's stairs again at the same kind of point that go up to the 3rd floor.
All right. So you want to go back around and climb up, or do you want to climb on the dock and then go up the stairs?
We have no idea how many are inside.
Right.
I guess.
That seems like it's pretty high. We might just be better off getting on the dock and going up the stairs. I mean, if there's no other exits to that room, we'll have them cornered, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should cover the only exit that we can see to that room.
Okay. Okay. Well, assuming we discussed that before I move.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Hold position, and then the shaman is going to kind of get closer to the pack of 2 right there. Yep. And then Mancho.
I'm also gonna move along, and I'm gonna start just like poke my head up over the dock and just start being like, "Whoop, what's going on?" Do I need to roll
So-
stealth?
Yes.
Pew. It's gonna be 24.
Okay. So you poke your head in.
I have some like river greenery on top of my head. And, like as I raise it up, it just looks like some plant life.
Just like predator, like
The tips of my ears just look like reeds.
You've got a little reed sticking out of your mouth.
I was using it as just like a breathing tube.
Yeah.
I figured it was just like a cigar just for fun, like not even using it as a reed to just. Next up are the scouts. They're not really doing anything, and then Hormir.
So that's the only entrance into this thing?
So there's a first floor door. I should have drawn a door on there. There's 3 floors to it, and you can kind of get to each floor with the exterior stairs. But there is like a first floor, a second floor, and a 3rd floor.
I assume the door is just here.
Yeah. My apologies.
We'll forgive
You get up to the 3rd floor, and then you just drop in.
this time.
Shut up, did I ruin? It's my game.
But there's nothing really like on the dock that they can hide behind to get in there.
No.
Shit, I might have to break from the plan.
Did you want to role play it out with the people you're standing next to?
We don't see them yet, right? Like, we can't see them here.
No.
Yeah.
I know they're going there.
Right, but we have no idea when they're going to be there
Muncher was
until
too
something
stealthy.
starts happening.
Exactly.
Too stealthy.
But if they hop on that dock, if they climb around the other side, there's no way they can get past those at least 3. And there's one in the hut.
We don't
Are
know.
the huts
We don't
closed?
know that there's one in the hut.
Yeah, okay. the
You
huts
saw
are
you
closed.
saw the. You can kind of see
Wait,
them.
are you worried
'Cause-
about us making it past these
Yeah,
guys
'cause
to
we-
like join up with you?
We've
No,
never seen
I'm
this.
worried about
dude.
these guys.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he is our target, so like we're not worried about sneaking. Basically, as soon as we get up onto the dock and up into this room where it looks like this guy is going, it's go time.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
there will be a
Yeah.
very loud commotion that you'll know it's time to fuck shit
Yeah,
up.
then never mind. I'll chill.
Okay.
Do you really trust Muncho?
Grizz.
If something gets set on fire, you know that the plan has been activated.
If you need shit on fire, I'll be there. If you need a Sphinx riddle puzzle, I'll be there.
And I'm gonna shuffle there onto there and just keep an eye over here, or keep an eye on this guy and also keep an eye on what's going on over there and see, waiting for stuff to pop off.
Pop, pop. All right. Start of the round.
It's a go time. Alright, so I'll climb up onto the dock, pull out my scimitar, and I want to charge this guy and tackle him off the stairs.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
All right.
Yes.
So pull out weapon. That's 1. Charging's 2. Tackles 3. Yep. So we're gonna do.
So like I'm being stealthy about it, and then like I got my hands up on the dock, and I just see you just like splash, and I'm just like, like I didn't quite know that it was go time, and so as soon as I see you dash, I'm just like, oh shit.
These tall folks, man. Wild.
Okay. Do an attack.
Oh no!
What is this? 9 to hit for 6.
Yeah, you catch it off guard, but it's still not enough. I don't know if it's because it's sticky feet or just its stoutness, but you kind of grapple it and you kind of try to move it forward with the scimitar, but you kind of are now face to face with this very surprised and caught off guard frog, and it's just like, and now here we go.
Yeah.
Campter, he's like, oh no, oh no, he's caught. So he jumps into the water.
Oh no,
And he starts wading through the water.
Splash, 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 splash.
And then he kind of crawls on top.
Splash, 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 splash. Thump, thump, thump,
And
splash,
you go over
splash,
here.
splash. Damn,
So
that's
he's
a
going
lot
to
of
take all of his movement. He's got his shield and he's just kind of like, he climbs up and he's just kind of cornering the one in front of the crops. And then he kind of yells, get the other side! And then with that, we go to the shaman. You guys haven't been seeing the shaman up there. He's going to...
So the shaman definitely didn't see Campter jumping in, wading across the water, and jumping out to corner the other guy.
They're more kind of alarmed by...
By my complete
Thump, thump,
failure
thump.
of a tackle.
Well,
Oh wait, I guess I missed the failure part.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you just jump past him and fall into the
No,
water
I
yourself?
just like grabbed him and was like, huh.
gave him a good old hug. And so rounds are like 6 seconds. So in the 6 seconds, you hear this or kind of like charge and hit another thing, and then you hear a large kind of surprised croak. They're all facing that way as this other guy kind of is getting on the dock, but they're more worried about the person over there. They didn't even see this other one, so they're still kind of distracted by it. The white dice, the frog man, is going to swing at you with the staff for 28. Does it break your arm class?
28.
Yes.
Hot diggity.
It rolled high.
Yeah.
What is your armor?
14.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh no.
Take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And then the other one is going to start running up the dock. So move him 20 feet up to the center area. Yep. Perfect. Next up is Muncho.
Sorry, just take some notes.
Wait, not me?
No, the 13s go top to bottom.
Yep. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, because you have the lowest dex out of 3.
I see.
Because Muncho has 2. These guys have 3 or 4, 3, and then 2.
We're not said that we're going numbers, so it's like going this
No,
direction.
I put them up there and then I was arranging them that way.
Okay.
And then
No
we'll put
worries.
it inside. I got it in here.
Okay. Can't really get up on the stairs with them. How big are these I'm not gonna call them minions because I don't know for sure, but how big are these smaller toadies?
The smaller one,
Are
they're
like,
medium sized.
but like dwarf sized or well, I guess dwarves, because
Small
dwarves
humans.
are medium. Small humans, okay.
So they're technically medium, but they're kind of straddling that line a little bit.
Okay. So is this like a door that goes inside this? So this is the door that goes inside this hut, and then this goes up to the second floor of the hut.
The stairs to the side where they're on, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a window or anything up on this side of the front of the hut?
No. There are no windows in these huts.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I'm going to run over to this position. Oh wait, so we haven't seen this guy?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
Can I not see him from this position either?
You can see him.
Oh,
but
I can
they
see
don't
him?
know about him. Yeah. They don't have any. So to describe kind of these huts, there isn't any doors to them. They're just.
Okay. But there's just like doorways. Okay. So I'm gonna run over to here. I forget, are there penalties if I do a ranged attack within melee range of another character in this version?
I don't know.
So I was gonna try to shoot at him with a crossbow and then turn to him and do a melee attack.
So you got to keep in mind, in this version, it is an action to switch weapons.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, I'm just going to run over to this guy and swing at him with my short sword. It's a 12.
No.
Alright, I'm going to swing again. It's minus
5.
4 in my case.
If you have.
Because I've got nimble and
Yeah.
finesse or agile. Yeah. Alright, so it's minus 4. That's going to be, what, 13? Yeah, so.
No.
One more than last time.
Does not.
Okay.
So yeah, you kind of just you pop it out of the water, or you run up with your swords, and you're just like, "Hacha, hacha." But you
He's
kind
like
of
too far in the hut and I don't get
Yeah.
him.
They kind of like panicked and just barely like kind of scooted away. Next up in the order is the scouts. The 2 scouts are gonna. I'm gonna do that. And this one's actually gonna add it that way, and that one's going to attack Hunter. And it's going to use its tongue to wrap around Campter's waist to kind of subdue him, which it does.
body.
And it says, if the Bogart Scout hits a creature with its tongue, the creature becomes grappled by the Bogart. Unlike a normal grab, this creature isn't immobilized, but it can't move beyond the reach of the Bogart's tongue. The creature can sever the tongue by hitting the attack, though it doesn't deal any damage to the Bogart. It prevents it from using its tongue strike until it grows a new tongue. That takes a week.
Oh,
Just in case you guys needed to know.
wow.
Huh.
Fascinating.
Takes no damage though.
Yeah. You know.
Can he speak in that time?
Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, like even like to each other, I guess, in their whatever their tongue is.
Homer, you got.
Shit.
Put him
Uh,
Distract him.
Look at me!
thought like the one thing I have to do will hit you guys.
I mean, we're going for this one.
Yeah.
Right? That was the plan, but
Again, it'll still hit him.
Oh.
I don't have to a lot of like single target spells prepared. I don't have many single target spells, period.
Can you move so it won't hit them?
No, it's a 60-foot beam. So it would hit everyone along this path if I did it.
I mean, I'm saying, but I'm saying if you move to like here, right? Like if you don't do straight down this this road.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's what I'm saying.
It hit Montreux and potentially the Froggen. It's a 4 for 2.
How far does it go?
60 feet.
Oh, jeez.
Is it worth like? Yeah, it's not worth it because it would fuck up shit if they failed really bad. So, yeah, I'll run over here. I mean, if you want to be generous too, you could let me hit some other dudes, but that's up to you. Aiming for this dude, but a 60-foot line.
So that'd be me. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. I mean, it's up to you.
How wide is it?
It's a 5 foot, so it's just like a line.
Oh, okay.
So like
Oh, hey.
There you go. Just missing.
that kind of hits.
Everything.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's up to
Yeah.
you.
I'll give it. That's. It's all thick, but the line. If it was a string, it would still probably hit a lot of that.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Word. I'll have, it depends. It's, who knows what this is gonna do. I've never used this before. Sergeant comes out and pet
Does
him.
he turn into lightning?
No.
He
But
shoots a beam of lightning out his mouth.
because of my enhanced familiar
Just
feat,
grab the tail.
I treat my familiar like a
Like a gun.
arcane focus. So I'm gonna pet Sergeant Snuggles. His eyes are gonna glow yellow, and I'm gonna shoot a gust of wind
Out of the cat's
out
mouth.
of the cat's mouth. 60
Yes!
feet.
Yes!
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like.
Yeah, just turn around.
His men in cat bus.
I need fort saves from everyone that's getting hit.
So that's 4 of them.
So which ones you decided are.
I'm gonna say the 3 outside ones because there's the cover of the hut for the other 2.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Sweet.
I need the numbers for that though.
I'm working on it. Is that fortitude?
Yeah.
What's the hut's fortitude?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
No, it's not a fort. It's a hut.
16
It's the
for the first scout, and then
Okay.
we're gonna go to the dice, which that is 14, and then 19, the one in the back.
Okay.
Is this spell save on that?
So wait, it was this guy, and then
16,
14,
14.
19.
Yeah.
and 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so these 2 succeed. This one fails. These 2 can't move against the wind, so they can't go this direction.
Okay. Do they run faster going with the wind?
It doesn't say.
If they jump, do they get free movement?
It specifically says like if they're flying, they suffer a critical fail. So if they jump, it basically goes to crit fail. Is my guess. The fail guy is knocked prone.
Okay.
Which I don't know really how to signify that with the die. Yeah. Cool.
Here, slip that.
And I hold that until my next turn.
Slide that under it. All right.
Prawn.
Grizz, you're up.
Sweet. I am
damage?
going to
Only if they crit fail.
rage. And then I'm going to use sudden charge so I can move up to twice my distance, and if I end within melee reach of an enemy, I can attack it. So, can I hit this guy?
Sure.
Cool.
The one that's prone or the one that's
The one that is prone.
you would have to walk one more kind of like in the water by the hut.
Oh, okay. Then I will do that.
Okay.
Get in that water.
Could not attack a diagonal.
Not unless you had a reach weapon. But
Okay.
I don't think.
That's 5 foot for the first one.
Yeah, so you need like a longer spear or something.
Really?
You would have to have reach as one of the.
Okay, so do I get something special because he's prone?
Yes, it has disadvantage, so it gets -2 to its armor class.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Plus, do I get anything to attack rolls? I don't. 9 to hit. 9 to hit.
No.
Damn it.
You
9.
still can attempt one more attack at a -5.
My
Rage.
Oh, right. I can do.
Because you sudden charged.
Right, which is sudden charge is 2 actions.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and the rage is 1 action, so.
Got it.
Yep, that's it.
Alright. Grr, you're up. You're
Alright.
face to face with this frogman.
Surprised.
He's
Oh.
the frogman.
I will unhug him and try to attack.
We're just like suplex him down the stairs.
Just tumble.
20.
Nice.
So that's 26 to hit for 5. Do I get extra hits for a crit?
What?
So, ones and
Oh,
20s
okay.
aren't crits if
Right.
you're 10 above, 10 below.
Okay, yeah.
But, that is a crit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so you deal.
Her eyes are open.
Roll 2 dice, then add your bonuses to each.
To each?
Yes.
Alright. 10 and 18.
Dead kids. I forgot how many dead people are in this movie.
Which movie?
This is 9.
9.
Alright.
The one about the dolls.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Came out a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did it come out in 2009?
It was 9909.
9909, that's right.
Alright. Next up is
Well, that
Camter.
was 1 hit.
Oh, you're gonna go for another attack?
Yeah,
Okay.
That
he's
was
right
only 1 action.
there.
Alright. That's fair. I
Right
forgot.
there, Dusty.
Savage Slice. If I attack the same person twice with slashing, I get an extra hit die.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I was gonna fail. 6 to hit.
Nah.
Nah.
Sorry. No, dog, that's enough for me.
It's a no
You can
from
try
me,
one more
dog.
time.
Okay. But that's a -10.
Yeah.
Wait,
You already blew your crit on the first hit.
I know. It was a good hit. 20.
Oh.
It's
So that's 16 to hit for 7.
7. Alright. Next up is Camter, who is grappled. He's going to try to cut the tongue with his. He can't, he has a hammer.
he's gonna bite the tongue.
He's going to try to punch the frog.
Punch the tongue.
It does not. So he's struggling. Next up is the shamans.
The shamans.
Shaman.
Who's shaman?
The shaman's going to stand up, make an action to stand. Unless it's forced by the wind that it can't take an action to stand.
You can stand, you just can't move against the wind, so you
Okay.
can't come towards me.
Okay, so he's going to get up, and then he's going to try to swing towards Eileen. So if you want to move the little tab underneath him.
Ogres, no.
It's okay, I'm pretty much submerged.
Actually... No, that's not a good idea, because I'm casting right next to you. Yeah, I'm going to try to boop you with my staff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a
Oh no.
7.
No, that does
Oh.
not hit.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm
I
ready.
was worried it was going the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Another 28.
Then the other shaman, it's going to actually take an action to move into the water. Do you have attack of opportunity?
I don't
if
think
it's-
so.
Okay.
How do you have to have that skill?
You have to have it. You have to have it as a skill. So it's going to back up into the water, 10 feet, and then it's going to shoot an acid arrow at you.
Ooh.
Rude.
So I need to look up what acid arrow does. May I borrow the book?
Oh man, I just realized. I think I had. Well, no, never mind. My attack rolls were shit anyway.
I don't need you to tell me to play the game. I'm already good at the game.
Yeah, just because I remembered this guy was technically flat-footed to me because he was. Because A, it was the first round of combat, and then B, it was a. It wasn't a sneak attack, was it?
No. Where are you? You missed the page? Okay.
No, so sneak attack just means you would deal additional damage to flat-footed creatures. And in the first round of combat, creatures that haven't acted are flat-footed to me. But that only applies to this guy, but my rolls were so shit against him anyway, it didn't matter.
So, acid arrow. Make a ranged touch attack against the target. On hit, you deal acid damage equal to 1d8 plus your caster level, plus 1d6 persistent acid damage. On a critical, double the damage, but not the persistent damage. So, it's a touch attack. 10?
No.
I have 11.
It's gonna be a note from me, dog.
Alright. So, it hucks
Sorry,
a loogie on the
It's
side
gonna
of the
be
stairs.
a note from me, frog.
You're under blueberry. Alright. So that was the first frog and the second frog. Next up is Muncho. What's that for you?
Do these guys have opportunity attacks? Or attack of opportunity if I try to... You know, I'm just going to go for it. I saw this guy run over and jump into the water. Oh, wait. Does this guy look like he's real good in the water?
They do live on the water.
They live on the water, not in the water.
It's frog.
Okay. They can swim in the water. I guess. But if I jump, at him,
that argument was going to be,
and I get like a dagger into him and like hold on to him,
Then I swim better.
yeah,
That's logic, right?
if you hold on tight
I'm
enough.
just not great at the ranged stuff. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna attack this guy. Phew. This guy.
Okay.
Get a good roll. 15.
Hits.
Cool. And then 5 damage to this dude.
Okay.
And he's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attack again.
Oh.
22.
-5.
Yeah, that's or -4. It would have been a 26, but it was -4, so 22.
Damn, 2 away from a crit. That's it.
Another fucking 5 damage to him again.
Okay. So yeah, you get 2 good stabs in with your dagger.
Fuck it, I'm not moving. I'm gonna attack him again.
Oh!
It was -8, so no, that would have been a 6 overall. No. I rolled an 8. It's -8. I get +6, so no, it's just 6.
Okay, so it's not
No,
for a fail.
no.
So,
Does a crit fail matter on attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if it was a 4, you would have failed. Crit failed. Wink, wink. All right. Next up is the scouts. The one with the one that you're attacking is not happy, so it's gonna swing at you with its Morningstar. 21 break your arm class?
Yeah.
Alright. 5 points of damage.
Boof.
Boof. Boof.
Boof.
And then it's going to try to push you back away from the huts. So it's going to do kind of like a reverse grapple, kind of like push you 5 feet out.
You mean a shove?
Yeah, shove.
Reverse grapple.
What is a reverse grapple? I was saying mechanical.
Aggressively letting go of somebody.
I'm sorry, we're breaking up.
What is that a roll against for me?
That would be... I think it would just be your AC since we don't have like touch ACs and stuff in this one.
Yeah, we do. TAC. Isn't that touch
yeah.
AC?
What's your attack?
16.
Okay. It tries to put a gross like frog thing on there, but because you're kind of like anchored with your 2 daggers in its side, kind of just...
I don't have 2 daggers.
Oh, you're using...
I don't have any dagger.
Oh.
I mean, I have dagger. I think I have like tiny daggers, but like for the most part, I just have like my short sword.
Okay, so you kind of like hold on to the slinging hand. It's probably the little mini, but yeah, you kind of like hold on to the brace as it kind of like tries to push you out, and you're like, ugh.
And I like smack his hand. He's like, no.
It's a foot, but you know, like, ugh. Spartan kicks you out.
Tried to Sparta you.
Yeah. The scout underneath the dice, it's going to move 5 to try to attack Eileen. 14 break your armor class.
It is my armor class.
I win. What's that ace?
Is it AC or TAC?
AC.
That's my attack.
4 points of damage. And then the one up on the other side of the dice, he's going to actually go up and try to attack you, Macho.
This one?
Yeah. 11.
No.
Okay. And then the one on the stairs is going to try to attack you, Gurur.
Garugama.
18.
Not a hit?
How beefy are you?
3.
Not really.
Okay.
Alright. Next up is Hormir. What you got? Is your cat on cooldown?
Shit. Not a lot. Damn.
You could move in closer.
Yeah, can I get to the dock?
Throw the cat.
It would take 2 move actions, but we could get to the dock.
Yeah, that's about all I got then.
Okay. And with that, we're going to Grizz.
Alright, I'm going to attack this one first.
Punch him in the cheek.
Ah. Ooh, 18 to hit.
Does hit.
Nice.
That's a 6. So 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna turn and attack this boy.
Alright.
And because my weapon has sweep, so because he's usually -5, right? For a second attack, I get it's instead -4.
Okay.
Because you're kind of like spinning.
Yeah, so yeah, you spin around and I get +1 circumstance bonus to my attack roll. So yeah, instead of -5, it's -4. Be good. Okay. 21 -4, so 17 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
And that will be... Ooh, 9. 15 points of damage.
Damn.
Alright. He's looking pretty beat up after that.
Okay, and I have
I did more in one secondary attack than I did in 2 prior.
I have one more action still.
I hit good. That's all I do.
What do I will... I don't think I get that bonus again, right?
Just spin another full 360.
Yeah. If you already attempted an attack this turn against a creature other than the target. Okay, so I can't get that bonus again.
But if there's another one,
Right, yeah, if there was a third one, I would. But fuck it, I'm gonna attack the shaman one again. Shaman.
Shamada. So that'll be nice.
Minus 10, right?
Mhm.
So that is a 6 to hit.
What do you get? What's your plus to hit?
Plus 3.
Oh, you only have plus. What?
Yeah, so it's plus 4, but because I'm a Titan barbarian, I get minus to like everything that uses Dex and Strength.
Oh no.
Or well,
Wait.
no, I think it's just Dex. Dex and attack rolls, I think. I get
okay.
-1, so
Ugh.
yeah, it would have been 17 instead of 16, and then minus 10 is 6.
Wait, so you use a weapon that you're.
you're lucky.
So you have an attack with a you use a war flail even though you're worse with it.
I mean, my attacks are really
I mean, this
good.
is true.
Yeah.
All right.
But, yep.
Next up,
Oof.
Grr.
How's the other shaman looking?
The one in the water.
Yeah.
It's taking a few lumps or warts. Oh, that's a toad.
Whatnot. Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely looks like you have made some progress against taking away its life. So.
Okay. I guess first, am I in range of this one, or do I have to move to hit the one at the top of the stairs?
Since you're on the stairs, I think like you can hit it just fine.
Okay.
The stairs are kind of a little wonky because they're curved, but
Okay, I'm gonna take a swing at him first.
it has the high ground, Anakin.
11 to hit.
I don't know. He's really tall.
No, does not.
Okay. I'll take another swing.
Why? You must.
That is like 2 to hit.
Ooh.
It is a critical miss. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make you fall down the stairs. So you're gonna end up at the bottom of the stairs, and you're gonna take
Well.
1 point of damage.
Alright.
Next up is Campter. He's going to try to get out of this grip. And he does. He punched the frog right in the face for 5 points of damage.
Punched his tongue off.
Can you imagine?
Punches his body so hard that it flies away from the tongue, and just like the tongue rips out.
So he's still kind of in there, but he's holding his mace, but he's punching it because it's just easier, and then trying to like line up a mace, just kind of.
And eventually,
It's not in the rules, but I'm pretty much just like it's an NPC who's kind of doing something dramatic on the side. That's him. Next up is the shamans.
oh, shaman,
Um,
shaman,
Shaman.
shaman, shaman. Are they gonna cast fire?
Yeah.
Jackie. This ball is really. I'm kind of.
Fuck us up, Dusty. Come on.
You wanted this pain.
Come on, Dusty. Fuck us up.
It's gonna do another acid arrow
It's
on
gonna
you.
lick my body.
On
Oh,
me?
yes.
After seeing me flail and fall down the stairs, it's like, oh.
Probably look like a little snack. You wanna lick my body?
It's,
Jesus.
that's an 80.
80?
13.
That misses. Is that against
Final
AC or
boss.
TF?
Go.
Okay, that hits him.
Okay.
You didn't get enough badges.
That'd be if we tried to attack
Woo.
Razden.
Yeah.
1 point of direct damage, and then 1 point of persistent damage.
Alright.
And then
That damage persists.
at the beginning of this next turn.
Persistent fucker.
Yeah.
The one on the ground, though, the one by you guys,
Bias.
it's gonna kind of open up its arm, and then you can kind of see its little like gullet raise and lower, and raise and lower, and it's kind of like vibrating, and then you can kind of hear like this kind of croaking sound, and then it just kind of emits a large, deafening croak.
Whoa.
Everything within 15 feet.
Which one is doing this?
Number 1.
This one.
Yeah.
I see.
So it hit Alex.
And me.
You.
Does it affect his friend too? Or his friends? Plural?
Yes, but they also have a passive effect that makes them null to this.
I
As a
see.
reading. Stop it. Everybody in the 15 feet take 10 sonic damage.
Ah!
There's no save.
Does it include his minions?
No, I asked that already.
The
Oh,
Swamp
did it?
Seer utters a powerful croak that deals 4d6 sonic damage to any non-Bogard within 15 feet emission.
46. Jesus.
Yes, actually there is a fortitude save. My apologies.
Oh, it is a fortitude save?
Fortitude.
26.
You say.
So I don't take the damage
Yes.
at all?
10 damage, damn.
Natural
16.
20.
Does not.
Fortitude.
My
Okay, yeah.
fortitude is very good.
Within 60 feet,
High
or, I'm
farts.
sorry, any creature within the frightened condition takes additional sonic damage equal to its value.
Wait, did you say 60 feet?
That was another ability. That's,
okay.
That cancels out. It's kind of like, I actually don't want to say in case anybody has auditory abilities. So,
Some kind of immunity.
that one has 60 feet. But, yep, so,
That's the other campaign.
yeah. Next up.
I was just like, audio components, cool, I don't have to worry. Never mind, I'm a goblin.
My ears are too big for audio.
Let's see. I'm gonna attack this fucker again.
Just bullying this one.
I'm
in the
just
tent.
bullying. Like, he tried to kick me out of the tent. I'm just like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna keep trying to
It's
stab
his
you.
tent.
Pew! 11.
No.
Attacking again. Pew! 10.
No.
I'm gonna leave as is.
Their turn. It's gonna swing at you.
Me.
Misses. The one on the dock misses.
Nice.
The one next to you, Grizz, hits. 7 damage.
Woof. Buoys.
The one attacking Campter hits 9 damage to him.
Damn.
Hot diggity.
These boys hit hard.
They do.
Yep. Horminger, yep.
I'm gonna cast Electric Arc on the shaman
Do it.
and, by extension, the scout next to him.
Okay.
And
I
also,
need reflex saves.
is that also to Grizz or?
This is 1 or 2 target or creatures.
Okay, so just 2.
Sweet.
Nice.
11 for the shaman. And 19 for the scout.
Okay, scout saves. The fuck?
What do you need?
D4.
Like everybody.
Nice.
Sweet. 4 points of lightning damage.
Oops, I missed. That was me. That was all me. Let me look. Since the shaman is in fact coated in a slippery coating of something, it's a little bit more prone to damage. So roll another d4.
Oh shit, son.
Ooh, bye.
2 more. So 6 total.
6. Okay.
fuck happened to my D4?
I probably ate it. It was a blueberry. Then Grizz, you're up.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna attack the shaman first. That is a 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
7 points of damage.
Shaman.
Shaman. And then I will turn and attack the scout next to me. For... Uh-oh. 1.
Just overall one?
That's the
Oh,
total.
because he had the
It's
minus.
1 to hit, yeah.
You miss.
Yep.
Hit the dock.
Yep.
And your weapon is stuck. You're gonna have to take an action to get your weapon.
Okay.
Because it's so
Actually-
heavy in the reed. Just
I do have an action remaining.
yeah.
So I'll spend my
Okay.
remaining action to...
Snap. All right, you're up.
Me. Okay. I will attempt to climb the stairs and get this guy again. That one well last time.
1.
13 to hit for 8.
No.
Okay. Man, low rolls. Try
It's
again.
so resilient.
Yeah. 22 minus 5. So 17 to hit for 10.
With that one. Is that one we hit before?
No.
No. Okay.
I fell down the stairs.
Okay. Good.
Fell down the stairs.
Nice
and
chunk
my shoes
of
fell off.
froggy flesh comes off its shoulder, and it's kind of got like this nice like moon-shaped chunk out of the shoulder. It's like ah, or like. "Ah." Next up is Campter. He's going to try to wriggle out of this, and he does. He's actually going to move. Take. Were you hit by the Sonic?
Yes.
Okay, he's going to go up and he's going to lay on hand you. For 5 points.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Kind of like runs
Right.
up. He's like, high five! High five! And he high fives you.
He runs by. High five!
Yep.
Be a real,
Then
just a real petty paladin.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? Slap.
he's
Take
a
that.
real pal.
I would love to play that character. Just like slap people for healing.
Oh, I could just see a very bro-ish, like paladin. I said, what's up? My name is Aiden. I'm your pal, Aiden.
I saw, dude.
So,
I saw, dude.
so you ready to hear about the Church of Light?
Slaps his bro on the butt, heals him for 5 points.
No homo.
No.
So
No homo, all helo.
the shaman is going to start kind of like scooting away from you, Eileen.
This one?
Yeah, it's definitely looking a little worse for wear.
Into the water or around
It's going to kind of back up into that little hut area, and he's going to be in that hole.
I'm going to... I have a reaction called No Escape, and if an enemy attempts to move away, I can move up to my speed in tandem with them and follow them.
But do you have
Oh.
any actions left?
It doesn't...
Oh,
It's
hell
react-
yeah.
It's a
It's
reaction.
yeah.
So I
Fuck
can
yeah.
just...
My reaction
Do
is
that
all
shit.
cost
I'm gonna
actions.
fucking follow
So
him.
I see her just like crawling out of this water with her hammer and like just dragging along, like crawling, just like after him. He's like, no.
Just imagine like the girl in the rain crawling out of a TV, except you're just coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Like her pink hair,
Right,
just
pink
like.
hair just like smeared across my face.
Um,
Some seaweed or whatever.
it's gonna
whatever
cast Shillelagh, and then it's gonna try to attack you.
Oh boy.
It's gonna cast what?
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh, it gives it +2.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
Buffs it.
It crit failed.
Hey,
So
It,
it swings in a panic and bashes against the side of the thing. Reverberates, taking 1 point of damage because it just kind of. So.
Bad.
All right. Next up, Muncho.
Swing at a cabin dude again.
Almost got a paper cut.
Pew, 25.
Hits with a crit.
Nice.
Hell yeah! That's 2 damage dice?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
And that, how many is it plus attack each time? Plus attack to both dice?
Yeah.
Cool. It's at least a plus fucking 8. It's 11 damage to the one in the hut.
So you finally kind of like, you're fed up with this guy. He's trying to kick you out of the door. You kind of had this like little like hut thing. So you kind of pin it up and you just kind of like get in the side and you kind of like your sword, your just like nice thrust actually goes outside of the hut. So your sword goes through the frog, out of the hut, and it's just kind of like the tip is out there and you just can pull it out. And it just kind of collapses onto the ground.
Did he croak?
Hey!
Hey!
Nice.
So that's one down.
I'm gonna turn and face the other boy. I'm gonna put it upside down just so I don't
gross,
forget
like,
to
or
loot
whatever.
later.
Nah.
Attack the other boy. No. It's a 5.
You're good.
It's just so close.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna back up and go up to the stairs with. Actually, no, I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, I'm gonna block that path. That sounds good.
All right.
And I'll leave it as is.
So, we're gonna go to scouts. Eileen, that scout's gonna take over where your spot was, and you're gonna become flanked, and that's gonna attack.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a hit. 4 points. And then we got the one in front of you, Macho. That one's gonna miss.
Fuck yeah.
The one on the stairs. It's gonna hit you for 3 points of damage, Tim.
Okay.
And then the one that's in front of the crops is actually gonna kind of dive into the water and start swimming away.
Fucking coward.
This one?
No.
This one?
That one? Okay.
Which way?
South of you, or
Towards
actually to your right. Yeah, perfect.
That would have taken some damage from the character.
That's the one he punched. Then Hormir, you're up. Feeling good after that sweet high five.
Feeling pretty fucking sweet. Light that hut on fire. Light the hut on fire.
I need fire right now. I'm kind of tapped. I don't really have a whole lot of much of anything. There's nothing on the dock. Shit.
What do cantrips look like in this game? Can you just like cast a spell that you can just like cast as much as you want?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cantrips are just
Okay.
freebie
Cantrips.
spells.
Yeah, I'll Ray of Frost. Magic missiles are first.
The one running away.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Okay.
Doesn't sound as good.
Ray of Frost. There's so many rays.
That's right, Leota.
Everybody loves rays.
Plus my spellcast mod. That's nice.
Yabba!
It's a 17 to hit.
Hits. Why is that funny to me?
Yabba!
Just a ray. This is a wizard that only has ray spells.
And they all come out of his cat.
Deborah.
He loves rays.
He loves ray, man.
That's 5 points of frost damage.
So this one starts swimming away, and because the water's calm enough, the ray actually freezes the water, and when you give you this kill, it's gonna cover up its face as it's underwater, and it starts sinking down.
Oh.
Like reverse cement shoes. The cement hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
The iceberg downriver.
It's a double action. I guess I could move, but yeah, there's really not much else I can do. All right,
Grizz.
So I think I've technically used up my 3 rounds of raging, but I do have a question for you. So the armband of controlled raging.
Yes.
So I get negative effects while I'm raging, but there are also negative effects after I rage. Can I use the armband on either of those things, or is it only while I'm raging?
It's only while you're raging.
Ah, okay. dicks.
Sorry, I have to still let you have a buzz.
No, makes sense. What does that mean? 1 moment. There's so many pieces of paper.
Sorry, I think your headphones like turned off halfway through this movie. I can hear it now.
Well, there.
Okay, fuck it. I'm going to attack the shaman again.
Oh, shaman.
Actually, well, should I attack the shaman?
Oh, no,
Or should
you're
I attack the one behind me?
Hmm.
How are they looking? These two, the one.
You've definitely
This was
like
pretty
gotten
rough,
some
right?
good hits on them, yeah.
Like, is one looking rougher than the other?
Trying to find a frog pun for this. The shaman.
Does one have more blood on its outside than the other?
They both have relative percentage of blood compared to their health pool.
Okay.
If you could give a numerical value as to how much blood one is covered with versus the other.
It is none of your damn business.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't get that.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't know what that was either.
No idea.
Please explain to me why you just whooped at us.
Why did you
The
whoop?
sentinel pointing and making police sirens.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. And all police force in this world is like, and their prestidigitation and like the red and blue sirens. Wait, I can do that. It's my world. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to
That
attack
look of confusion.
the...
I wish I got
What
that
is this
camera.
whooping? What is this whooping?
Decisions are so hard. Fuck it, I'm gonna attack the shaman. Yeah.
Shaman.
That is a 19 to hit.
Hit.
For 9 points of damage.
You're using a mace, right?
What?
You're using that huge like flail, right?
The flail, yeah.
So your character comes out, you're just like you're coming out of your rage, and you're just kind of like panting, like, and then bop him
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it pretty much,
And
just
the-
let
the
gravity
flail?
do the work.
with enough momentum, and just kind of how it does. You actually smash him through the like bamboo floorboards, killing him.
Fuck yes!
Like a Looney Tunes where like the thing falls on their head and they fall through
Yeah.
the floor.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
She did it once when she missed, but now it's just like in her flat head. She just kind of smashes his head down. He is down.
Yes.
Boof.
Sweet. In that case, I'm gonna turn around
He croaked.
and can use the same joke twice.
I didn't make it the first time. I'm just stealing it.
We all get one.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn around then and attack the other one. That is a 11 to hit. I don't
No.
think that hits.
All right.
That's it.
Grr, you're up.
It's Grr. I will attack the one in front of me.
Dusty, it's grr.
It's not Grr, it's Grr.
Why do you have to be difficult?
15 to hit for 5.
No.
No?
Grr.
Oh wait, that's yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think you Sean for a second. Yeah, that is it.
Okay. Is he still alive?
How much was that?
For 5?
Yes.
Okay. I will attack him again. Eight to hit?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
I do have one more attack, don't I?
You can.
You for minus
Can I
8.
risk it?
For minus 8.
Oh, I have forceful. 9 to hit.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Well then.
Alright. I'll give it a try. 12 to hit. 13 to hit.
No.
Okay.
Close, but no.
14 to hit. 15 to hit.
Keep raising this number. I'm gonna let it happen. All right. Next up is Campter. He's going to run up to you, Grizz, and he's also going to be like, high five! High five!
Like pat her on the head.
Yeah.
4 points.
Yay, thank you.
Then it's the shaman's turn. The shaman's going to actually...
You lie one.
It's going to try to jump to the second floor.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Out of the water?
It does it.
Out of the water.
So it's now on the second floor, retreating.
Whoop.
Yep. It's kind of up there. The scout, I'm going to say the scout has kind of been a bodyguard to the shaman this whole time. We're just going to say he's out of play for now.
That one?
Yeah.
Ah.
Kind of escaped. The other shaman's Deed, D-E-D. So Muncho.
I can't chase after the shaman. I watched this thing like... There's like a shadow that was cast upon the battlefield when he like jumped up onto the second floor, and like I see it go by and I'm just like, the fuck was that? And I'm gonna keep attacking this guy.
Okay.
15.
Hits.
What's that? 7 damage on him.
Take him out.
Woo! Pew, pew. Then I can move through him, but yeah, he's right up on the other guy though, so I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, small stairs.
Let's see.
I've almost
2,
got one,
3.
guys.
I'm gonna hop down on this guy. Actually, no. I want to be over here to help him out when we start going after the diggy. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do.
All right. The scout is gonna swing at Grizz again. 13.
13 does hit.
I have more armor than the barbarian.
When she's not raging, she does, yeah. It's 6 points.
6 points.
And then
Yeah, my AC is not actually that great.
Yeah,
'Cause I take all kinds of negatives because, like, when I'm raging, it's -1 AC. After I'm raging, it's -1 AC for every attack that I do. You know, like,
Jesus.
it's a whole thing.
The frog that you've been fighting with the whole time, Tim, it's actually going to start running up to the third floor.
Okay.
So it's
Third
gonna-
floor?
Yeah. it's third
Yeah,
floor.
he said that was a third
But this
floor.
dude was on the second floor, right?
Right.
So are there more stairs? That,
So
like, go around?
kind of how I described it is, there's the stairs that go up to the second floor, and it's like a whole entire disc, and then kind of like there's another set of stairs above you, so they'd have to wrap around and then go up again. So it's kind of like
So
stairs.
like, it would be like he.
Yep.
Okay. So he's gonna go this way.
So wait, so this guy jumped up onto the second floor. Did he just like jump up right behind this guy and then just go in a door that was behind him?
So he's like on the platform up a little bit farther up by you guys.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's like up here
Yeah,
on the other
almost.
side?
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
And
The
with
second
that,
floor. Okay.
the scouts are done, and then Homer.
Here.
I will electric arc. No, I will ray of frost. Shaman. Wait, no, shaman's
That shaman
dead.
dead.
Sorry,
Show me the
The other one's there.
the other guy here is here.
pew pew.
I'm going to use my ring of second chances.
Yeah,
Do
people are
it.
using the things I gave him.
Yay.
I think almost all
Oh,
three.
yeah.
Yeah, if only it would have come in handy, Dusty.
What?
What?
Sorry. No, I outlined from day one, since he had that thing, that
The
non-draconic.
First time I try to use it. Oh no, it's draconic. How was I supposed to know it was draconic?
That's how you learn.
That's
15 to hit.
It does hit. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
No, you're good.
It's fine.
That's earring.
So it's 6 points of frost damage.
Oh, he did.
Oh
He
damage.
did.
Oh damage.
Oh, the one in the
Oh,
hut.
that one? Wait, you
Oh,
can't see
you
it.
can't.
Oh,
Yeah, you
it's a
can't.
hut.
see
That one's like kind of like a
I
long little
guess
hut.
I'm going for the one that's over by
By me.
Emily.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Yep.
He did.
He did.
Yo, I see you. He did.
Going to frog heaven.
No, he's in frog head.
That's my turn.
All right. So, pretty much at this point, it's going to go into story. So,
Are they escaping?
they're escaping, pseudo-escaping. So I'm not going to be like, well,
What? We don't get to chase after this motherfucker?
we can, but it's going to lead into some other stuff that you're going to chase after him. But this has
okay.
been a longer session.
Oh yeah.
Plus, we're going to have things happen. So we're going to cut it up here. Hopefully you enjoyed this combat episode. Hopefully it was easy enough to follow. I'm working on getting a second camera again that doesn't break the audio. And we're trying a new double audio system again, so hopefully this sounds good.
Double
Double.
audio. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Thank you very much for watching. Please tell your friends if you're enjoying it. Let us know what we're doing good, what we're doing bad. I know we're fudging numbers, but it's all about the experience. So.
And about smashing that subscribe button. Super. Smash it.
Until next time, this has been
Smash.
Tarkadia Rising. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.